Back in the day, as we learned, a man was not considered to be
fully grown.
Has he not gone beyond the hills? Has he not crossed the 7 seas?
Yes, 7 seas at least.
Now all them jokers kept around, just like a scarecrows in hometown.
Yes, scarecrows in hometown.
From screen to screen, them traveling. But I'm a wanderlust king. I stay on the run. Let me out. Let me be gone. In the world, beat up Rosalind. I so knew history of a time. New history of
Yeah, I'm drinking orange juice, so it's cold outside, and that's why I'm wearing a hat, because I've been wearing a hat all day. Because it's like -6 degrees Celsius outside, because Beijing's flipping cold as hell. The reason I bring up the orange juice is because everything in China is free delivery at all times, which means that it's too cold for me to go down to the grocery store down the street, but it's not too cold for them to take all the things that I need and bring it up to me for free. I mean, why should I go down there? Like, they can just bring it to me for free. I'm not gonna go to the store if I don't have to. It's cold outside. And why should I? I'm not getting paid. One of the things I want to talk about today is awful translations in China. And I know everybody is familiar with English, and I've talked about it in Japan too. But at least, okay, so in Japan, they have like 8 years or so of compulsory English education. So they at least get the concept of English letters and grammar. These ideas don't elude these people, but here in China, they don't have that. So if you go to places like my campus cafeteria or something, you see the most ridiculous Chinese translations of words that you've ever seen before. So I took some pictures of some with my cell phone, and I want to share them with you. Okay, so these are all names of dishes that you can order in my cafeteria. So when you're hungry, you can have the spring onion explodes the chicken. You can have sharp janjiao of tiger skin. Braise in soy sauce the chicken pill. On the entree, the temple explodes the beef. The fresh chicken pill picks the rape. That's R-A-P-E, rape. So the chicken pill just freshly picks the rape. And this is all occurring on your plate as you're eating lunch. It's dinner and a show, really. Sharp egg crab stick meat of janjiao. The winter bamboo shoots the chicken slice. The wood beard chicken. So it's just like it comes on a plate, and it's a chicken with just a beard made of twigs, and they fashion it for you back. The cooks are very skilled. Fragrant and hot chicken silk. The menus are all failures, is what I'm trying to say. The temple explodes the corn meat. I don't even know where you get that. Where do you get any of these, like, explode? And like, what temple? I don't even know what dictionary they're using where they find dry squid of bien, B-I-A-N, which is not even, or braise in soy sauce the fatty intestine, is not a dish. This is a sentence. It's a sentence, and like they're not even close. And it's a language. The whole point of the university is to teach English and Chinese, basically, and like Chinese culture. And I'm sure that there's other things you can study there, but like these are the main like points. And so they couldn't get one student to look over any of these menus, one foreigner that can say, hey, there's no way that you can eat a temple that is exploding chicken slice, or you can't have the chicken pills the rape or whatever it was. Like, this, it's just ridiculous. All right, it's a failure. They fail. They also fail for effort because they're surrounded by Westerners who think it's funny and they don't think to like change these things. So my other story for today, a couple friends of mine went to a debate competition for Chinese students who were studying English. And so I guess they didn't get to hear about what the debate topic was until they get there. And so the topic of the debate is capital punishment. What is your stance on capital punishment? Which is, pretty readily debatable. So these kids are going at this topic, and it's a couple groups, I think, all presenting their own ideas. And there's one group that's really like heavily pro capital punishment. And it was really interesting listening to their arguments because as the debate wore on, it became more and more painfully obvious they had no idea what capital punishment was. And so they're like, yeah, we're for it. Like, yeah, absolutely. So at the end of the debate, they had to summarize their views on capital punishment. And so this group gets up and they say, yes, capital punishment, and by capital punishment I mean when someone kills someone else, the government then taxes the capital of the family of the person who was doing the killings. So basically, if you murder someone, the government would then take your money or your family's money. So that, in their idea, in their mind, was capital punishment. Hilarious. Third story. I stepped in human poop. Don't laugh at my misfortune.
I can't help it. I saw you step in poop.
I stepped in a human's poop. Now, I've talked to you about bathroom situations in China. They're not always the cleanest place to be. They're not always the cleanest place to be. And so you just have to go in and do your business. But what's worse is that you can't flush the toilet paper down. And so when you are done cleaning up after yourself, you put it in a wastebasket. And the wastebaskets, they don't have like tops or anything. It's just a bag of poop and paper, basically, is what you're dealing with. Like, I was in a cafe and I used the restroom. Okay. So later that evening, I'm at band practice and I'm playing my guitar, and luckily I'm wearing the pair of Pumas that I got for $5. And I look down and I notice that there's something white on the side of my shoe, and I thought that maybe my cheap shoes are coming apart, which is understandable. So I'm like, that sucks. My cheap shoes that I paid $5 for, like the stitches are coming undone. It's really cheap. So I go down to check out the situation, and and as I grab the paper off of my shoe, I realize that it has another man's poop on it, and that I have touched another Chinaman's poop with my hand, not knowing that it was toilet paper. And so as I realized what I had done with just poop and paper everywhere, I ran outside into the hutong. I was like, no! and I just threw it to the ground, and my friend's like, here, you can use this to wash your hands off with. Because, so, there's no soap in the bathrooms in China, so I can't just run to a bathroom and wash my hands off. So, I've got, some hand sanitizer stuff, but the first thing you have to do is get the poop off. So, stop laughing at me. And so, I had to, I'm using so I have beer and poop on my hands, and I'm trying to get it clean. And so finally it's at an acceptable level, and I just sanitize my hands and just pray for dawn. It was probably the worst moment ever. So those are my stories to come out of China. I will see you all soon. The videos are gonna keep coming, but finals are coming closer, so I have to be cramming out lots of characters. I love you back at home. I'll see you later.